starting today's practice in child's pose. You can either keep your legs together or spread them apart towards the edges of your mat, sinking your hips back towards your heels, beginning to crawl the hands forward, letting the chest come down onto the mat, sending your hands towards the top edges of your mat. Bringing your awareness to your breath and your body, noticing any sensations that you're feeling. Exhaling your breath all the way out through your mouth, emptying the body. And inhale through the nose, fill up the belly and the ribs into the lungs and the chest. Open your mouth inside out. Do that one more time, inhaling through the nose, filling up the belly, and then opening your mouth, sighing it out. Begin to inhale and exhale through the nose. Crawl your hands towards the right side of the mat. Maybe your hands come off the edge of the mat, bringing the left hand to stack over the right, stretch out the side body. Begin to engage your Ujjayi breath by sending your breath towards the back of your throat, creating an audible breath that sounds like the ocean waves crashing. Use your breath to fire up the belly, to keep your mind from wandering throughout your practice, and to connect your breath to your body. Inhale, crawl your hands through center. As you exhale, crawl them towards the left side, maybe leaving the left edge of the mat. Maybe bringing that right hand to stack over the left, stretching out the side body. Practicing that breath, maybe taking this moment to set an intention for your practice. A word or a phrase that brings meaning to your movement. Another way you can keep your mind from wandering during the next 40 minutes. Inhale, crawl your hands through center. As you exhale, come up into tabletop pose. Stack your shoulders over your wrists and your hips over the knees. Inhale, drop your belly towards the floor. Lift the crown of the head for cat. As you exhale, round the spine, tuck the tailbone and drop the head. Sorry, for cat. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. Flowing at your own breath here, taking any movements in the hips or the wrists. Releasing any tension that you're holding in the body. Exhaling it away. Inhale back into your neutral tabletop. Extend the right arm towards the wall in front of you and the left leg towards the wall behind you. Exhale, crunch the elbow in towards the knee, around the spine, engage the core. Inhale, extend long. Exhale, crunch in. 3 more. Flowing at your own breath. Feeling your body lengthen with every inhale. And then firing up the belly on an exhale. Taking 5 of these on both sides. Really connecting your breath to your movement. Waking up the body. Then coming back into that tabletop position. Begin to tuck the toes, press through the palms of the hands and the tips of the fingers. Inhale, lift and hover the knees a few inches off the mat. Around the spine, engage the core. Remember to breathe. And then lower the knees back down. Take a cow. As you exhale, round the spine, hover the knees one more time, 2 or 3 inches off the floor. Take one more breath in, and as you exhale, send your heels towards the mat. Let your tailbone follow, come into downward facing dog. Begin to pedal out your feet. Now that your shoulders away from your ears, send your chest towards your thighs. Remember to breathe. Inhale, roll forward on your toes, come into a high plank. Engage the core and the glutes. Take a breath in, exhale, chaturanga, lower halfway. And then come all the way down to the floor. Inhale, cobra pose, take a baby back bend. Exhale, roll back down to the mat. Send your hands off the edges of your mat, tense up your fingers. Take a breath in, cobra pose, keeping the elbows bent, open up the chest a little wider. Roll back down. Inhale, lift the chest, option to extend the arms long, engaging the glutes. Exhale, roll back down, bring the hands back in towards your armpits. Inhale, upward facing dog, extend the arms long, option to lift the thighs and the shins off the floor. And then begin to tuck the toes. Exhale, back into downward facing dog. Inhale, send your gaze to your hands, bend your knees. Exhale, walk your feet to your hands, fold forward. Option to bring your hands to opposite elbows and sway side to side for a ragdoll. Or you can just let your wrists melt towards the floor. Maybe taking a bend in the knees, allowing gravity to release tension in the lower back. Taking 2 more big breaths here, maybe exhaling out through the mouth, relaxing the jaw and the face. Inhale, slowly begin to roll up through the spine, sweep the arms into the air, extended mountain pose. Exhale, dive down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins or thighs, spine is long. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, extended mountain pose. Maybe arch the back, send the gaze to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or hop the feet back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, bend the knees, shift your gaze, step or hop, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, extended mountain pose. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or hop, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Begin to flow through your sun A twice at your own breath and your own pace, with the option to stay with my breath or to maybe close your eyes, challenging yourself to really connect your body to your own breath. Checking in, asking yourself if you can still hear your breath. Are you still firing up the belly? Engaging the core. And after that second sun A, you can be back in downward facing dog. Taking 1 more breath here. Inhale the right leg into the air. Exhale, plant your foot between the hands, drop the left knee, low lunge. Inhale, sweep the arms up over your head. Exhale, cactus the arms out wide. Open up the chest and the heart. Draw the hands down by your side. Option to find a clasp behind your back. You can roll the shoulders, lift the gaze, take an arch in the back. And then begin to sink your hips back towards that left heel. Come into your half splits. Option to bring your hands down to blocks. Also the option to take your full splits if those are in your practice. Send your breath towards the hamstrings, the areas feeling tense. Think about releasing that tension, sinking further with every exhale. Inhale back into that low lunge. Tuck the left toes, lift the left knee. Inhale and sweep the arms up, high lunge. Exhale, sweep the arms back by your side, kick off the left foot, warrior three. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, left knee to right knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, the left knee to the right knee. One more time, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend and bring knee to knee. And then plant the hands down on the mat in front of you. Kick the left knee to the sky, standing splits. Take one more breath in. As you exhale, drop the left foot to meet the right, and then step the right foot back, dropping the right knee. Low lunge. Inhale, arms up over your head. Exhale, cactus the arms out wide. Find a clasp behind the back. Take an arch, roll the shoulders, and then find your half splits, maybe even your full splits. Again, sending your breath towards those tight areas, thinking about letting them relax. Inhale back into your low lunge, tuck the right toes, lift the right knee. Inhale, sweep the arms up, high lunge. Exhale, warrior three. Option to bring your hands to blocks here. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, knee to knee, squat down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to knee, one more time. Inhale, lengthen, exhale. Knee to knee, then plant the hands on the ground. Standing splits. Exhale, bring the right foot to meet the left. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga, step or hop the feet back. Make your way to downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg into the air. Exhale, plant the foot between your hands. Inhale, high lunge. Hips are square towards the front of the room. Exhale, hands through heart center. Twist right, hook the left elbow over the right knee. Find balance and equal weight between the legs. Inhale, sweep the arms forward, step the left foot to meet the right, chair pose. Exhale, sweep the arms back, lift onto the tippy toes. 4 more reps here. Taking these at your own breath. Last 2. 1 more. Come back down into the chair pose. Take a breath in. Exhale. Hands through heart center. Twist left. Hook the right elbow over the left knee. Stay low in your seat. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, the left leg into the air. Exhale, plant the foot. Inhale, high lunge. Think about squaring the hips. Take a breath in. Exhale, hands through heart center. Twist left. Hook the right elbow over the left knee. Continue to breathe. Keep your breath connected to the body. Inhale, chair pose. Step the right foot to meet the left. Exhale, sweep and lift. 4 more reps here. Maybe exhaling through the mouth during the harder parts of the flow. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, hands through heart center. Twist right. Hook the left elbow over the right knee. Sink low in your seat. Weight is in the heels. Inhale, chair pose. Hands through center. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg into the air. Exhale, plant the foot down. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, drop the right hand on the outside of the right foot. Step the right foot back to meet the left, peel open to the left side lunge. Inhale, lower the hips slightly. Exhale, lift the hips towards the ceiling for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Peel the left hand back down to the mat. Take a breath in through the nose. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg into the air. Exhale, plant the foot between the hands. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, drop the left hand on the outside of the left foot. Step the left foot back to meet the right. Peel the body open, send the right hand to the sky, side plank. Inhale, drop the hips. Exhale, send them towards the ceiling for hip dips. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Peel the right hand back down onto the mat and into that high plank. Take a breath in through the nose as you exhale, lower halfway to the floor, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg into the air. Exhale, plant the foot. Inhale, warrior 1. Exhale, warrior 2. Windmill the arms open. Open the shoulders and the hips. Inhale, extend the right hand long, flip the palm, exhale, and reverse your warrior. Create space in the side body. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, side angle pose. Drop the right forearm down onto the right leg. Option to take birds of paradise by taking that bind under the right thigh. Stepping the left foot to meet the right, then maybe lifting that right foot off the ground. Maybe extending the leg long, or maybe staying right where you are today, finding strength and stillness. Keeping that breath. Exhale, windmill the hands to the floor, step the right foot back to meet the left, chaturanga. Make your way to downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg into the air. Exhale, plant the foot between the hands. Inhale, warrior 1. Exhale, warrior 2. Opening up those hips. Inhale, extend the left hand long, flip the palm. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, side angle pose. Some other variations can be to open up that hand, dropping it down towards the ankle, or bringing both arms out for an added core challenge, making sure not to let the body crunch in. Keep breathing, awesome job. Exhale, the hands to the mat, step the left foot back to meet the right, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg into the air. Exhale, plant the foot between the hands. Inhale, warrior 1. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, begin to straighten the right leg, hinge forward at the hips. Exhale the hand down towards the right ankle, triangle pose. Hug everything in towards center. Engage the lower abdominals. Sending the gaze towards your hand or the floor. Exhale, drop your left hand down towards the mat. Inhale, peel open to the right, revolve triangle. Option to slightly shorten your stance, if that feels better in your body. Preparing for half moon, if you have a block, you can place it a couple inches up in front of your toes. Exhale, bring both hands down to the mat, take a bend in the right leg. Kick off the left foot and peel open to the left, half moon. Hips are opening towards the left. If your hand's on a block, maybe play with lifting the hands away from the block. Wherever you are, slowly begin to take a bend in the right leg. Find your way into warrior 2. Windmilling the arms up. Then begin to send those left toes in the same direction as the left wall, letting the knees follow. Inhale, extend the legs long, sweep The arms up overhead. Exhale, squat down, goddess pose. Tailbone is sinking vertically down towards the floor. Option to lift onto those tippy toes. Sink 1 inch lower into your seat. Keep breathing. Inhale, extend the legs, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hinge forward, turn the toes straight, wide-legged forward fold. Option to stay here or to take headstand. Maybe allowing yourself to try something new that you wouldn't normally try in a studio. Maybe allowing yourself to be more gentle on the body today. Plant the hands down on the mat in front of you. Inhale, take a halfway lift, and then crawl your hands back towards the front of your mat. Letting your toes follow that direction. Step the right foot back to meet the left. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg into the air. Exhale, plant the foot down. Inhale, warrior 1. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, straighten out the left leg. Hinge forward at the hips. Drop the left hand down towards the left ankle. Triangle pose. Gazes at your right hand on the floor. You're hugging your glutes, quads, and core towards your center. Exhale, drop the right hand to the floor. Inhale, lift the left hand towards the ceiling. Revolve triangle. Again, option shorten the stance here. Inhaling the belly button towards the back of the spine to get a deeper twist in the body. Again, preparing for half moon. Exhale the left hand to the floor. Take a bend in the left leg. Kick off the right foot. Peel open to the right side of the room. Use your gaze and your breath to find stillness. Take 2 more breaths, and on that second exhale, find warrior 2. Windmill the arms up, and then prepare for goddess pose. Send the toes out towards the side walls. Let the knees follow. Inhale, extend the legs, sweep the arms up. Exhale, drop down into your squat, goddess pose. Again, option to come up onto the tippy toes. Maybe one at a time, maybe both. Inhale, extend the legs. Sweep the arms up, exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Again, option to take your headstand. Or maybe just hang in your forward fold, crawling your hands towards one ankle and then the other. Plant your hands on the mat in front of you. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Crawl your hands towards the front of the mat, excuse me. And then step the left foot to meet the right, forward fold. Take your peace sign fingers to your big toes, maybe stepping the feet out slightly apart, letting the elbows fall out to the sides, fold forward. A good time to check in with that breath that you created at the beginning of practice. Ask if you're still holding it. Inhale, take your hands and place them under your feet, palms facing up. Maybe stepping your feet out to hip distance apart. Maybe taking a bend in the knees. Thinking about drawing your chest to your thighs. Fold forward. Option to come up onto the balls of your feet. Maybe try floating on your hands. Allowing yourself the freedom to fall. Free of judgment. Inhale, release your hands from underneath your feet, place them on the mat in front of you. Option to take crow pose. If you feel good in your crow, you can try shooting your legs back. Chaturanga. Wherever you are today, you can make your way down into your tabletop and then peel the body up so that you're standing on your knees. Preparing for camel pose, you can place blocks by your sides. Begin by interlacing your fingers behind the small of your lower back. And then begin to send the chest towards the place where the wall and the ceiling meet. Letting your head fall back. And if you want a deeper stretch, you can drop your hands down to blocks, or maybe even your ankles or the floor, just remembering to engage the glutes, send the chest forward. Take about 2 more breaths there, then you can slowly begin to come out of your camel, taking a quick child's pose. Sending the legs out towards the wide edges of your mat, allowing yourself to release some tension in the lower back. Take a couple more breaths here, and then you can make your way onto your back. Preparing for bridge pose, you can either take a restorative bridge pose by placing a block under the small of your back and letting tension release there. Or you can take an active bridge pose by keeping your hands at your side or interlaced underneath of your back. Any of the variations are perfectly fine. Inhale, send your hips towards the ceiling, engage the glutes. Option to take that clasp under your shoulders as well. Breathing and holding here. And then slowly lowering back down to the floor. We're going to do that one more time. You have the option to take a block between your legs. You can put it in any width. Probably not long ways, but 2 options. Or if you would like to take your wheel pose, you can tuck your hands by your shoulders and lift and send your chest towards the wall behind you. Or you can take the same variation you took the first time around. So on your next inhale, go ahead and lift into that variation. Take about 5 breaths wherever you are, and then slowly make your way back down to the floor. After you've made your way back down to the floor, you can hug both of your knees into your chest, rock side to side on your back and spine. Release tension there. Preparing for shoulder stand, you can place your triceps on the mat right by your sides. And then, like a leg raise, roll your hips up off the mat, catching your lower back in your hands, engaging the core. And if you'd like to stretch a little further, you can send your legs over your head for plow pose, bringing them to the floor or a block. And if you want a little more from there, you can bend the knees in towards your ears. Maybe finding a clasp behind the back here as well. Taking 5 breaths in whatever variation you chose. And after those 5 breaths, coming out of the pose the same way that you came, slowly and intentionally rolling the hips back down onto the mat, keeping the legs extended in the air. Placing your hands by your side or slightly beneath your bottom. Take a breath in. As you exhale, lower your feet 3 inches towards the floor. And then lower them 3 more inches. And then slowly lower them until they're hovering over the floor. Lift your gaze slightly off the mat. Bring your hands to hover by your side and pulse at the hands for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can lower all the way down to the mat. Begin to hug your knees into your chest. This time rock forward and back until you make your way up into a boat pose, keeping the knees hovered, shins are parallel to the ground. Inhale, take your hands behind your head, let the elbows fall open. Exhale, begin to take your bicycles, twisting and extending on opposite legs for 10 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. You can drop the legs down on the mat in front of you. Inhale. Draw the right foot in towards your left thigh for seated tree. Sweep the arms up over your head. As you exhale, hinge forward over the left leg. Reach for your feet or maybe even a block. From here, you have the option to take your left forearm on the inside of your left shin, and then sweep the right arm up and over for a side body stretch. Again, reaching for a block or maybe even the foot. Making sure that right shoulder doesn't roll in and that you stay open. Taking 2 more breaths here. Inhale, sweep the right hand up and over. Place it down behind the small of your back. And then sweep the left arm up and over, lifting the hips towards the ceiling. Sending the gaze back for gate pose, maybe letting your mouth drop open, relaxing your jaw. And then slowly roll back down to your seat. Switching legs, pull the left foot in towards the right thigh. Inhale the arms up and over your head. Exhale, hinge forward, send your chest towards your thigh. And then go ahead and reach for the foot. Maybe even a block. And then you have the option to take that side stretch on this side by taking the right forearm on the inside of the right shin. And then sweeping the left hand up and over the side body, maybe bringing that hand towards your foot, being careful to keep the chest and shoulders rolled back and open. Taking 2 more breaths here. And then sweeping the left arm back, dropping it behind your lower back, inhaling the right arm up and over, sending your hips towards the ceiling, lifting up for gate pose, letting the head drop back, maybe letting the mouth fall open, keeping the shoulder rolled open, and then slowly rolling back down on the floor into your seat. From there you can begin to slowly roll back onto the mat, placing your feet on the mat so that your knees are pointed towards the ceiling. Inhale, hook the right foot over the left knee, lift the left foot off the mat. For figure 4, if you want a deeper stretch, you can interlace the fingers around your quad, your hamstring or your shin, and then gently draw the legs in closer towards the chest. Maybe rocking side to side on the spine. Closing the eyes, thinking about releasing tension with every exhale. Coming back to the intention you set at the beginning of practice. Maybe beginning to slow down and lengthen the breath. Keeping an equal inhale and exhale, maybe even counting your breaths. Take some time to roll out the ankle clockwise and counterclockwise, the left ankle. Wiggle out the toes. And then go ahead and switch legs, hooking the left ankle over the right knee. Taking whatever variation of figure 4 that feels good in your body. Maybe closing the eyes, making sure to relax the face and the mouth, the jaw, the tongue. Let the shoulders roll down away from your ears. Roll out the right ankle clockwise and counterclockwise. Wiggle out the toes. And then begin to hug both knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a squeeze and then let the left leg fall down on the mat long. Just keeping that right knee hugged in towards the chest. From here you can draw the right knee across the left side of the body, letting it fall down to the mat or a block. Adjusting your hips to square them so you can get a deeper stretch. You can keep the leg bent. Option to bend that left foot towards your bottom, maybe grabbing for your ankle to get a stretch in the quad as well. Option to send your gaze in the opposite direction, maybe bringing your arms out to a T or a cactus. As you inhale, you're thinking about drawing your belly button towards the back of your spine in order to create more space to twist. Take 5 more breaths here, as slowly as you need them to be. And after those 5 breaths, you can slowly begin to switch sides, drawing the legs through center, sending the right leg down on the mat, hugging the left knee in towards the chest. And then drawing that knee across the right side of your mat, bringing it down to the mat or floor, or the mat or a block, excuse me. Maybe reaching for that left foot. Maybe your gaze falls in the opposite direction. Inhaling the belly button towards the back of your spine. Stacking the hips. Taking 5 more breaths here. After those 5 breaths, begin to draw both knees into your chest. Come into the smallest ball that you can. Give yourself a big squeeze. And then take your peace sign fingers to your big toes, the insides of your feet or your heels. And open your legs wide towards the edges of your mat for happy baby. Option to rock back and forth on the spine here. Maybe extending the legs and bending, maybe one at a time. Taking any final movements that you need to before preparing to find stillness. Taking a couple more breaths here. Begin to send your legs long on the mat. Bring your arms up to the top of your mat over your head. Find a clasp in your hands and then flip your palms away from your head. Take a total body stretch. Feel yourself get long. Take up space. Maybe close the eyes. Do a body scan. Relax the shoulders and the face and your jaw. Release any tension you're holding in your hips or your quads, in your ankles or toes. And then bring the bottoms of your feet to meet for supine bound angle pose. Let your knees drop open to the floor or to rest on blocks. Bring your right hand on your belly and your left hand on your chest. And just allow yourself to feel your breath move through your body. Feel your belly and chest rise and fall. Begin to let your breath that sounded like the ocean waves crashing become still water. Let your breath grow long and quiet, with the option to stay here to begin to find stillness in a position that feels most comfortable for you. Allowing yourself to rest here for 5 to 10 minutes for Shavasana, and then slowly coming out by rolling onto your favorite side, letting your head rest in your hands, and then finding a seated position. Thank you all so much for joining me for my PowerFlow. I hope you liked it. Comments, questions, feedback are very much appreciated. The light and love and teacher in me honors and respects the light and love and teacher in all of you. Namaste.